Hey guys, welcome to another barneycast. I'm bringing you a game between aTnDarkForce and Grubby. Darkforce is our blue Zerg at the top. This is Terminus RE, the GSL version of Terminus, I believe. And we have Grubby on the bottom, our green Protoss player. Now, both of these guys are high-level European players, both GrandMasters, and both of them do compete in the big tournaments. I'm pretty sure Darkforce was at MLG as well as Grubby, and I do believe both of them competed at DreamHack as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe so. One of the interesting things that maybe you guys didn't know is you could tell right away what type of match is being played by the colors. Because in ladder matches, 1v1s, it's always red versus blue. But since Grubby's color is green, you could tell that this is a non-league match. So maybe this was part of a best of 7 or something, but I couldn't find the rest of the games and I only got my hands on this one replay. Grubby going for that quick gas into the pool. 14 gas, 13 pool. Pretty standard when he doesn't know the position of his opponent. Overlord did scout in the wrong direction, while Grubby, on the other hand, has scouted Darkforce. Darkforce's second scout was going in the wrong direction, but it looks like he's diverting to go to the bottom. And I think Grubby's going to go for a really fast expo. Wow. Not even a forge is up. That's pretty risky play if Darkforce scouts it. Darkforce, his pool is going to be up in 10 seconds. Maybe he'll be able to get some lings and block this off so Grubby can't wall off. Grubby, it did cut his workers, and he has no gas up. Forge and gateway down, but depending on the timing of these Zerglings, maybe if Darkforce holds his never mind. I was gonna say if Darkforce held his worker right here, Zerglings could potentially run into the base, but it looks like Darkforce is gonna choose to play a passive game. Grubby putting down a pylon. Darkforce is gonna take care of that pretty easily. A cancel by Grubby. And expect to see the Cyber Core go up here after the gateway's up. Gas going down for Grubby. Darkforce did pull drones off gas, so expect him to just try to macro hard. Nice Overlord scout. Probably going to go in and see the tech path of Grubby. And the Cyber did go down. So this is a pretty solid wall off, but depending on the path of the tech, some Zerg players are known to do Roach Speedling all in, especially because of these backdoor rocks here, or the destructible debris. That is also another option for Darkforce to go. But not knowing Darkforce's playstyle, but knowing that he is Zerg, a lot of Zerg players love to play a macro style. So I expect Darkforce, knowing its cross positions, to just grab as many bases as he can. Another photon cannon coming up, just in case of that Roach Speedling all in, or a possible Baneling bust, but it should be okay, seeing as there's no tech and Darkforce is still not mining gas. A third does go down quick for Darkforce, like I thought it would. But if you guys will notice, there's only one gas Vespane Geyser and only 5 patches of minerals. So this expo, while it's kind of safe, it's not necessarily as high yield as you want it. I believe most normal patches or normal expos have 8 mineral patches, while the golds will have the 5. But this is just a regular blue minerals that have 5. Let's see. Worker count, pretty even. it does look like Grubby is ahead, but I expect Darkforce to just macro drones like crazy. Army count fairly low. 7 minutes into the game, and most of these players are just getting their economies going. Another Nexus going down for Grubby, which is... I think it's kind of greedy, but it is a safe expo, and Darkforce did grab his own, so... I mean, he is safe to do what he wants. These debris, 2,000 doesn't seem like a lot, but it takes a while for Zerglings to destroy. And it takes like about 15 or 10 roaches to kill pretty quickly. 3 more gateways going up for Grubby. Probably gonna see, wow, a lot of gateways going up. Since there was no quick Stargate, this is probably going to be a 6-gate Blink Stalker build, where we have the 6 gates right now, and expect to see a Twilight Council, a 7th gateway going down, an 8th gateway gonna go down. That probably is happening just because Grubby has this extra mineral count and extra Vespane gas. I'm not 100% sure how much you could build off these 3 bases, but 8 gateways does seem like a good amount. Grubby getting that hallucination, while Darkforce has his Evo chamber up, and he is getting Burrow, and he's gonna go for roaches. Twilight Council does go down. +1 about to finish for Grubby. And that was weird. It looked like Grubby was attacking his own forge, but to each his own, I guess. I think another gateway went down somewhere for Grubby, but I can't tell. Hydra Den going down for Darkforce. Hopefully he does make use of Hydras. Hydras are pretty good against Protoss, except if Protoss goes Colossus, where I'm not 100% sure, but I think Colossus does extra damage against light units, and they'll just mow through Hydras. Grubby does have a small force of roaches coming in, along with these 2 lings. Maybe just gonna break down the back rocks. If you'll notice, Grubby did send out 2 of his hallucinations to scout the map, which is pretty good on his part. Darkforce is gonna try to snipe this forge. Gonna stop the armor upgrade, and I don't think there's gonna be a cancel. No cancel. Meanwhile, Grubby is getting his blinks for his stalkers, and Darkforce is rallying a lot of troops down here. I don't think this is a good move for Darkforce. I think he needs to pull back. Oh, good force fields trapping a couple of roaches. Easy way to just kill some units. Now, if you'll notice, Darkforce appears to be leading in the food count, but if you look at the army value, it is fairly even. And that's because Darkforce has gone for so many roaches. Roaches are just so high food cost for relatively little value and little cost. So they don't contribute much to the army value, but they destroy Zerg's food supply. Darkforce is getting his 4th base, and Grubby looks like he's going to go in for another attack. This is a pretty powerful handful of roaches with +1. Nice surround, but it looks like those force fields will split off a lot of Darkforce's troops. Darkforce needs to just pull out. A lot of his roaches aren't doing anything, and more force fields by Grubby. I think Darkforce lost a lot of units there. Yeah. 3,000 to 1,300. Pretty good for Grubby. Even though Grubby used a lot of his energy, most of these sentries are at around the 40 energy mark, so they'll have enough energy to have another wave of force fields in the next engagement. Grubby also getting his 4th base, taking control of the map. 9 Hydras on the way, as well as +2 attack and +1 Carapace for Darkforce. seeing the composition of Grubby, I believe Darkforce should go more Hydraling than Roachling. Just because Lings... Or, I mean, Roach Hydra, I mean. Just because Lings are so good against Stalkers when they get the surround. Grubby would have to have perfect Blink Micro to get away from a massive amount of Hydras and Lings. But Grubby is transitioning into Immortals, and he has High Templars getting the Psionic Storm. Two Robo facilities pumping out units, or pumping out Immortals. Nice engagement by Darkforce. He needs to get these units in the back to attack. A lot of these units are not attacking. Grubby doing very well using his force field separating the army. Look at these units over here not attacking, and these units up top as well. But it looks like Darkforce can snipe the 4th of Grubby if Grubby's not paying attention. Oh, Nexus does not go down yet. Darkforce's Hydras are crushing through these gateway units like Hydras do. But Hydras need units to tank for them. And it looks like this Nexus is going to go down. Grubby shouldn't have pulled back so fast. Sonic Storm almost finished. Grubby will probably throw a couple storms on these Lings and Hydras. Yeah, there we go. Nice. All those Lings dying. Nice use of Blink, too, to spread the damage. That's the reason Blink is so good, because he can spread the damage. See how Grubby has a bunch of units that are low health? Even though they're at low health, they're still effective because he doesn't have to make a new unit to replace them. And they're still combat effective as long as they don't get killed, or as long as they're not on the front line. Army count is even, which is bad for Darkforce because Zerg is usually supposed to max faster. But I'm sure he's going to have a bunch of units on the way. 11 Roaches producing. His supply just jumped like crazy. Grubby is going... Whoa, look at what are all these Zealots doing. They're going to go for a counter to try to nail this 5th? Or no, they're just holding the Watchtower. But I like how Grubby is transitioning to Immortals and High Templars. Just so that the High Templars could storm the light units. And the Immortals can destroy the Roaches. Because Immortals do extra damage against armored units. And Roaches are armored units. Another engagement, backing off. I feel like Grubby, seeing the amount of Zealots he has, he maybe should invest in charge. He does have a lot of extra supply. Darkforce going for an attack. He should watch out for the storms. They could, even though storms aren't too amazing against Roaches, they are still pretty good. What's interesting is Darkforce is on Hive Tech right now, but he doesn't have any necessarily Hive Tech going. He's just getting his Spire. His Broodlords are going to be late. A Robo-Bay going down for Grubby, but I don't think that's the correct decision, just because Immortals are going to destroy this army right here. So many Roaches. Also, I believe Stalkers do additional damage against Roaches. Yes, 16 against Armored. So this army is poised to do a lot of, or it's poised to beat this army. And Grubby's going to go in for an attack. I think Darkforce is going to go for a surround. No, it looks like he's going to go for a counterattack. I think Grubby is going to maybe pull back. But I believe Grubby's army is a lot stronger than Darkforce's, so Darkforce is at a disadvantage if it comes down to a base race. Yeah, Grubby's not pulling back. A couple of Spine Crawlers not going to be able to do anything. It's hard to say who's going to win, but looking at the armies right now, I would say the armies are in favor of Grubby. Just because these High Templars could change the flow of the game, as well as the Immortals just out or putting so much damage on these Roaches. Food count. Wow, Darkforce is dropping really quickly. This is really bad for Darkforce. He needs to keep that food count high. He did just pop up a bunch of hatcheries, but Grubby, I believe Grubby has seen them. Yes, Grubby knows of 2 of these bases. And Grubby did go for another Nexus up here, but I don't think Darkforce has seen it. Now Darkforce is pulling back, gonna attack this 4th of Grubby's. Grubby, meanwhile, gonna probably do damage on this 3rd. Look at all these tech structures trying to be remade. This is really bad for Darkforce because he can't produce anything without these buildings. But in the meantime, Darkforce has crippled the capabilities of Grubby as well. We're gonna maybe see an engagement in the middle. Grubby needs to wait for storms. Oh, bad storms. Didn't hit anything. But there should still be a lot of energy on these High Templars. 4 High Templars, each over 100 energy. That equals a lot of storms. Grubby, meanwhile, has his base back up and running. He should put down a bunch of pylons and put in tech structures because look at his mineral count. It's really high. An infestor here. I don't know how much an infestor is going to do against this whole army. This is going to be a bad position for Darkforce. Oh, nice pick off of the infestor. Storms going down. Now, storms aren't necessarily too good against roaches, but when you can stack, even though storms don't stack, as many storms as Grubby has, that means he can carpet this whole area. So even though the damage doesn't stack, Grubby will be able to hit all of Darkforce's units. And look at this game of chicken right now. Ooh, bad position for Darkforce. I don't know why he did that. Some of his units are being picked off. Hatchery will go down. These tech structures are going to be bad. Ooh, nice storms. Hydra's in the red. Both these players cannot produce anything still. Grubby needs more pylons, but Darkforce just can't. He doesn't have the ability. Darkforce also doesn't have any money. He has a ton of gas, but he can't produce anything, and he has no money. A couple of Grubby's units are going down into these areas to pick off any extra hatcheries. Ooh, and the supply count is really bad for Darkforce. Income tab, 51 harvesters, 7. Oh, another engagement. Oh, storms. Ooh, storms. All those hydras going down. I think this might be GG. Darkforce's army is just too big. With these roaches and hydras alone, I don't think anything big will happen. This hatchery does go down. I think this is game. I think Darkforce has, yeah, GG by Darkforce. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please comment and subscribe if you feel like I've been doing a good job. Thanks.